So is that Harry Potter TV show going to be on Netflix now? Because Netflix has just acquired, I think, HBO and Warner Brothers, which is the business that is producing the HBO Harry Potter TV series. This is pretty wild, and there are huge implications for this acquisition, like more globally, but I'm going to talk about it in relation to the Harry Potter TV series because I always nerd out about the Harry Potter TV series and Harry Potter in general on this channel. I'm quietly cautious if HBO's Harry Potter is going to become a Netflix original because I have a few qualms with how Netflix manages a lot of their shows. Overall, I think HBO is the best place to house Harry Potter, and I'm not 100% sure Netflix will have the series' best interests at heart, but I think it is exciting to talk about this acquisition and what it could mean for our favorite wizards. So Muggles, come with me and let's talk about it. What's up guys, Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. Hit the subscribe button for more like this. Let's do it. Okay, so the main qualm I have with Netflix generally is the fact that like all Netflix shows seem to be like milked absolutely dry for everything they're worth. I have been a notorious critic over the years of Stranger Things and how I really thought that season 1 of that show was incredible and it just got worse from there. I think they really could have stopped at season 1 with a masterpiece and just left it, but then they chose to keep it going and it's taken them like 10 years to get 5 seasons out. That's another thing I kind of worry about if Netflix takes over the HBO Harry Potter TV series because, to be honest, this show in particular is going to be on a huge timeline. We can't have these kids get 30 years old and still be playing 15-year-olds in the show. Like, it kind of has to happen year on, year out. That's sort of why the Harry Potter movies worked so well. Like, we're covering, I guess, 7 years of these characters' lives, from Harry being 11 to Harry being 17. And essentially the movies took 10 years to come out. Like, that's a good compromise. But by Stranger Things standard, we might be going to like 14, 15 years, and that's just not workable. And don't get me wrong, like, I don't always think it's a terrible thing that Netflix milks a lot of their series, but I do think they don't always have to do it if they don't want to. I have heard great things about the most recent few seasons of Stranger Things, including like the final season that is currently airing. And to be honest, I thought the same thing about Squid Game. Like, I thought Squid Game ended perfectly, but for the purposes of making more and more money, which is just the classic corporate greed thing, they decided to renew it for another 2 seasons, which ended up being great. I mean, if you haven't seen my Squid Game coverage on this channel, like, the videos are there, so go find them. To be fair though, like, we don't necessarily have this exact problem with Harry Potter. Of course, the series is like a fixed timeline. Like, we already have the complete story. No one is like unsure of what the full story is. Whereas with something like Squid Game and Stranger Things, like, they never existed before. Like, Harry Potter has existed in books and in movies, so it's not like there's any kind of secret surprise 8th season that will be coming after the end of the books. Or will there? I mean, let's not be stupid here. It would be a fool's errand to remake just the Harry Potter books and then not do anything with the IP. This is probably some of the most valuable IP in the world, and it hasn't particularly been handled well in the past. I mean, the Fantastic Beasts spin-off movies that started coming out in the mid-2010s, which were essentially a prequel to the Harry Potter series, they were pretty underwhelming, to be honest. I mean, I actually quite liked the first one, and I didn't mind them going into Dumbledore and Grindelwald's sort of backstory in the subsequent 2, but I just thought if they wanted to make a Dumbledore and Grindelwald prequel movie, why don't they just make that instead of like squeezing it into a Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them saga? And so in that sense, I have no doubt that HBO or Netflix or whoever ends up with this IP is going to try and make more stuff out of it after the original books are adapted into TV. But to be honest, I'd trust HBO to do that much more than Netflix. Because I do think Netflix is super money hungry and just will churn stuff out for the purposes of getting fans in. And to be honest, someone like me, who is a huge Harry Potter fan, will just pay money to Netflix to see Harry Potter stuff, whether it's good or bad. Hey guys, just a little interruption to tell you that most of you watching this video aren't subscribed. If you like Gen Z, millennial, nerdy pop culture, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and check out some of my other videos. I really think you'll like it, and I'm growing every day. I just hit 11k subs, another milestone, which is awesome, and yeah, I would genuinely love your support here on the channel. So hit the subscribe button, and yeah, we'll hopefully be catching up soon. That was weird. Let's just go back to the video. Sorry, guys. And maybe the best comparison point for something like this is Star Wars, which like recently has been like kind of controversial in the sense that they have made tons and tons of Star Wars spin-off TV shows and movies and everything, particularly since Disney took over and started taking creative control over these projects. This isn't necessarily my perspective, but a lot of people do think that Star Wars kind of has lost its way and now they're just churning out show after show, basically to just keep people subscribed to Disney Plus. And of course, these businesses are just that. They're businesses, they want our money, so they're making content they think we will pay for. And I don't know. I think overall, as I said at the start of the video, I'm quietly cautious about Harry Potter being on Netflix. I love what HBO has done in the past with a lot of their shows, many of which were based on book series. For example, Game of Thrones, which was such a monumental series. And it also worries me with this acquisition that maybe like stuff is just going to get so executive and corporate and clinical and bureaucratic that maybe it ends up being a hurdle or a roadblock for the series generally. I really want this Harry Potter TV series to run the full way through, like get 7 seasons, see the whole books through and see them all being adapted with the care they deserve that HBO will give them. But with all of this happening, I feel genuinely concerned that maybe we won't get that conclusion, and I would be honestly heartbroken by that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hey, I would love to know your thoughts on this. Do you think Harry Potter will end up as a Netflix original series? Do you think that Netflix will do it justice if it happens? Do you think HBO is better off being its own thing? I don't know. There's so many variables. If you can't think of a comment, but you want to help me out in the algorithm and give me some engagement anyway, just comment below Weasley. That way I know you made it to the end of the video and you're still here watching. While I've got you, you might also like this video here on the amazing gesture from Daniel Radcliffe and Rupert Grint, the original Harry and Ron to the new Harry and Ron. But if you just want to watch all my Harry Potter videos, and they're pretty good, check out this playlist here, binge it, I won't stop you. That's pretty much it for me for this one. My name's Ready Mike, this has been The Inside of My Mind, and I'll catch you later.